Yeah, when I posted when I waited for like 30 minutes, downloaded that clip, and it was literally just Christian's audio. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna upload this."
I have to show y'all this. I'm still in my cycling.
Man, this guy's just so letting us know that he went on a bike ride today.
Yeah, that's
he
the
called me.
second
He's like,
comment
"Yeah, it
he's
was
made
pretty
about it.
crazy. It was like 20-mile-an-hour winds blowing east to west, but I got over it."
It was actually. Yo, so I don't know what the fuck Liquid Death is doing. Their cans, every time I go buy them, they just get bigger.
Dude.
It's 19.2 fluid ounces.
I was just about to bring that up because I bought
His
a pack
today.
Christian's looks bigger than yours. It's what they're doing is they're trying to basically get away with selling less product, but making it seem like it's more. Because you used to be able to buy 12 packs, but now you can only buy 8 packs of the bigger cans, and it's more money.
So there's a word for that I've learned through my new job, and I fucking can't remember it, but it's something
scam.
Yeah, it's a scam essentially. But like companies, like when inflation and stuff started to hit, they basically just started to reduce their packaging like just a little bit. So they're just like cutting off a little margin. Oh man, I wish I could remember that word. That's gonna drive me crazy.
Yeah, they've been doing it with or they'll do shit where they'll sell like a family-sized box of cereal, but it's the same amount of cereal. Right. Like they make the box bigger, but the actual contents is the exact same, and they charge more for it. Like shit like that.
Like I get these Liquid Deaths all the time, and this is recent because I was like, Jesus Christ. Usually I can like knock one out, like if I'm having dinner or something, and I'm like, for the love of fucking God.
Yeah, the extra 3 ounces.
Sparkling. I just
too
feel
much.
Full. I mean,
I don't get why y'all are getting those anyway. That's way too much sparkling water.
No, they're good, man.
I mean, it's a good way to like make you feel more full, like especially during a meal, so you're not overeating.
And like it's just good, like the straight seltzer waters, whatever they are, like no flavoring or anything. I mean, it's basically like it tricks you into drinking water. It tricks people that don't drink water into drinking water because it's essentially the same thing. It's just carbonated.
I just don't get it. Like, I just love ice water so much. I don't know how anyone could ever not just enjoy a good cold glass of ice water.
I definitely do. I definitely love ice water.
I'm not saying y'all don't. I'm talking about other people. There's people out there that just
no. You're coming at us directly. Like you're coming at me directly about this whole water thing.
Who I am as a person.
Well, that's because you're a Mountain Dew guy, Blake. You just drink Mountain Dew all day.
Yeah, it's true. I only drink Baja Blast. My piss is brown. It's awesome.
Dude, I saw this man in my office today. I'm sitting there taking a piss. The door opens, so I kind of like look. And he walks in, 2 opened Mountain Dew cans into the bathroom, sets them on the counter.
Oh no!
You can't trust people. You can't trust people with your Mountain Dew at your desk, bro. I see an empty I see an open Mountain Dew. I go for it.
Someone
blackout grab slam.
Someone in my office in the bathroom. I'm telling you, it is unruly what happens in a corporate bathroom.
It's crazy.
Had picked their nose while they were pissing, and like I'm talking a fucking booger, not some little thing. It had a length and had just wiped it on the wall right in front.
Why did you not take a picture of that? We used to have a sign at my old office, and it was like a sign in the guy's bathroom, obviously. And it was like, it basically just said like, please don't piss on the walls. Like, it was like a sign that was like right in front of the urinal that was like, please aim for the toilet. Because people were just doing the hurricanes in there.
Well, that's probably what, like, I exclusively take shits in the 3rd floor bathroom at my job because that's where the IT department is, and I can't stand them. So they probably see me come up, go straight to the bathroom, and then immediately go back downstairs. They're probably like, "What the fuck is this kid doing up here, dude?" All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're your hosts, Blake, Christian, and Trey, and this is Totally Biased Music. And today we have a little bit of a genre mix-up for you. Christian, do you want to introduce the album that you chose this week?
Yeah, so I'll just give my quick rundown of it. I'm not going to really read anything from Wikipedia. So Turnstile is this American hardcore punk band. I think they're from Detroit. historically speaking, they have put out a lot of just fucking really, really hardcore punk. And I think probably they've flown under the radar for a really, really long time. And I think that's why I like them so much is they didn't really give a fuck if they ever made it or really did anything about it. Their shows are always extremely crazy. Like they let fans like fucking run up on stage and mosh and like jump from the stage, and it's insane. But they've always kind of dabbled in this like little bit of pop, little bit of electric, like 80s, with like sounds with their kind of original punk rock sound. And I think a year before this is when they kind of started to pick up steam. And they put this album out. It's called Glow On. And it fucking just blew them up onto kind of another level. I think they've been opening for like Blink-182 at some stops and some stuff like that. They've done some late night shows. And so, yeah, this is an album that I've just had in constant rotation. And so I figured we'd give it a rinse.
Nice. Hell yeah. It was my first time listening to him. I will say it took a few listens to kind of get with the vibe here. I didn't know what the fuck they were, what type of music it was. I went in blind as shit to it. So when I first started listening to it, I was kind of taken aback. Like I don't know. It felt like early 2000s, like punk music, and I'll get into the songs later, but it was definitely a mix up. I was shocked that you sent it. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem like music that you listen to, but apparently your taste is diverse enough that you do. So that part was shocking to me. But I will say, I think the back half of the album is stronger than the front half, but I enjoyed it kind of the more I listened to it. Upon first listen, I wasn't really feeling it, but there were definitely some songs that grew on me a little bit. Trey, what about you?
There's some like weird fucking, there's shit that I absolutely hate about this album, but I wanted to throw it out there and like review it because I feel like it was something that had just been in rotation. The songs that I love, I really, really love, and the songs I hate, I really fucking hate. So it'll be good to talk about. Wait, did we lose Trey?
No, you're still here.
I was just letting you finish your thought.
Oh,
right? Just being polite. Just being a polite.
Oh no, your video disappeared.
Oh no. That's not a great sign. So all of the sudden, like I guess it was probably close to when this album came out, so a year or so ago, I saw people sharing this consistently on social media, and like they started getting booked for festivals, and like people that like I know people that like always listen to more like your type of like hardcore like punk rock music. We're like all really, really excited about this album in general. So I've been wanting to kind of give it a full rinse for a while. And I appreciate Christian giving us the motivation that we needed to really listen to the whole thing. I'd listened to I think Christian sent Mystery as a Rides or Die song at some point, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I'd listened to that song. I like that a lot. I think I gave it a hard rides whenever we talked about it, but this is like right up my alley. This to me is like what pop punk should have become, like in the like 2010s, like to 2015, like after it kind of died. It's kind of like a not reinvention of the genre, but like it kind of has like the reverb on the vocals. A lot of like kind of the 80s synth type like wave like the keys and stuff, and like a lot of like the power chords are like very reminiscent of like pop punk but like in a new fresh way. So I really enjoyed it. There's nothing I really like. I wouldn't say I hated anything on it. There's a couple songs once we get into it that I like would definitely say I could go without, but I really, really liked it. And it was nice little. I was like cool getting hyped for my drive home yesterday, and I was like, I'm gonna turn this album on, and it was perfect. I was just driving home, banging, you know, chain smoking Marlboro Reds, texting my exes, you know, just all the pop stuff.
It's definitely like I don't know. I think one of those things that drew me to them so much is like I think similar to what drew me to like Tipper in the early days. And I know that they're so different, but as far as their trajectory is kind of how their sound has progressed, but they haven't really changed what they've done in regards to like, oh, we're going to make it big and this is going to be what it is. Like they've kind of been on this trajectory and continue to do what they do. And then it just happened,
which is cool.
I think I respect that a little bit more.
I was listening to him and I was like, man, this is kind of like if Blink-182 were good. That was like my first thought, really. Like if they had like made good music, it would have been this, you know.
Blink-182 made timeless, fantastic music. Like they're still playing music today. They played Coachella. People got stoked. They're like a surprise guest. Everyone was so excited out there in Indio, California. So we're not gonna stand for any Blink-182 hate on this podcast.
I heard that people were really stoked about that Frank Ocean show.
We're gonna get to that for sure. We gotta talk about that.
Yeah.
Let's stay on the album. Let's stay focused for a second. But let me tell you, that's going to be a fun moment in time.
All right, Christian, you want to lead us off with the top 3 tracks from Glow On?
Yeah, so let's see what I've got here. My first one is just that it's the intro track. It's Mystery. It's been consistently in my music rotation since this album dropped, and I think it really just sets the tone for the album. My number 2 is Fly Again. I love that fucking quiet kind of like piano intro just into fucking heat that makes you want to murder someone. And then my third one is New Heart Design, which was a really kind of like curveball for this album. It's like this weird like surf pop punk like 80s vibe that I just fuck with. And then honorable mention, I've got TLC because like it makes me want to actually start a riot.
That's fair. I'm
Like, you can go next.
I'm interested to hear what Trey's are. Trey, you go.
Oh, okay. I was gonna let you go first. So my first one I put was Underwater Boy. I think that song's really cool. Also just, I'm kind of on a cold as fuck Underwater Boy type vibe recently.
Interesting.
I also really, I'm cold as fuck. I also really like New Heart Design. New Heart Design was on there for me as well. I like the lyric of like the first verse leading into the chorus. It's like, do I really have a say? Change is guaranteed to roll in like waves, running all around to redefine and re-begin. Praying for a chance to lock in. When my eyes get blurred, I'm losing my design. In a crowd, I'm lonely all the time.
Sad boy. God.
Sad boy vibes.
Just good.
Life ain't that hard.
Pop punk music, man. That's just kind of what it's all about. I would call this pop punk. That's another thing too. Is like, maybe they make hardcore music outside of whatever this record is, but like as far as like has pop structure, it's like kind of thrashy at points. They have like not auto-tune is the wrong word, but they have cleaned up vocals. So I think like that song especially blends like some nice spacey vocals and a cool little guitar lick that like leads into those really heavy choruses. And then Mystery is also in my top 3. So Christian, we were aligned in 2 of our 3 songs. Amazing. It's like kind of the hit, I think, but it's just an absolute banger and it sets the tone for the album just right off the gate. Then I have a couple honorable mentions. So I think TLC is really cool because of that. Thank you for letting me be myself. It's like a Sly and the Family Stone song. Like, thank you for letting me be myself. And they kind of flip it, which that's kind of fun. And then I like Wild World a lot as well. The little like, it's like not a cowbell, but it's like a rubber mallet, like to start the song. I don't know what you call that.
I don't know what it is, but it's the one thing I like can't stand about the majority of some of these songs is it has that cowbell. And
I like it. It's like
I kind of like it too.
It's like a little shuffle. And then the heavy chords come in and it's just like a full fucking sprint through the song. So I like that song a lot as well. But those are my top 3 and honorable mentions.
It's interesting that you bring up the calling it like a pop punk thing. In the wiki article, they talk about how like they expanded on basically what was hardcore. Like the band considered it a quote genre fluid album. But they say in the Wikipedia, they expanded on 1990s melodic hardcore to balance out the hardcore sounds. They also dig into melodic alt rock songs. And then it says alternative pop, grunge, indie rock, post-punk, psychedelic, rap rock, R&B, shoegazing, and soul sounds also appear throughout the album.
Some of it is kind of like there's even like Kings of Leon-esque type moments in the album too. I feel like,
it's kind of all over the place, but in like a cool way. It's like they were trying to to do basically everything they could in one album. It kind of works, honestly.
Yeah, agreed.
So my top 3, my top album, or my top song on the whole album is Alien Love Call. Fucking love that song. I love the vocals at the, like, basically that's throughout the whole thing. Like it's very much slower, but it's like these echoey vocals, and it's kind of that like whiny type of, like, almost reminds me of one of the Suicide Boys songs that Christian sent us for Rides or Dies. It's like, like that's the singing throughout the whole thing, and I fucking really like that. And Blood Orange is on that track, so I really like that song. So I kind of went on like a 3-track run here. Like, it's kind of the highlight for the album for me, so they ended up being my top 3. But the next one, Wild World, I love the whatever the fuck that is at the beginning. It does sound like a cowbell. I don't know if it is or not. Like, it sounds like a muted cowbell almost, but it like sets the tempo really early, and it kind of gets you like bobbing your head. And then the rhythmic, like, then the guitar comes in, and then it gets way more intense and upbeat, and they kind of start jamming a little bit. So I just like the progression of that song, but it also kind of switches the vibe drastically from Alien Love Call. Like, it gets way more up tempo. Which I like. And then Dance Off. Dance Off reminds me a shit ton of my favorite Nirvana song, Aneurysm. It has a similar, like, the rock drum like rhythm they have throughout it, where it's kind of like a bouncy, kind of bob your head to it type of grunge music almost. It sounds extremely similar to Aneurysm. And I love that fucking song, so it just made me think of it, so I had to throw it in there. And then honorable mention is Mystery. I think it kind of gives you a good idea of what the album's going to be like. I also love, however, they start it, like that kind of computer, weird, melodic, spacey sound they have at the beginning. I really enjoy. So, yeah, I like those tracks a lot, honestly. And I also I like his vocals in Mystery a lot. They're kind of different than the rest of the album. It's more of like a sing-songy kind of alt rock thing that he has going on in that song, and I like it a lot. So, yeah, those are mine.
Solid.
Nice.
You want to hop
All right,
to bottom 3?
Bottom time.
Why don't you just go ahead and go? We can go in reverse.
Oh, reverse it.
Yeah, Blake,
Okay.
go first. I just don't like going last.
You guys are gonna
like always the headliner or something. You know what I mean?
I feel like first is more important, so I always pawn off first because I don't want to be like I got to go first guy.
This is just a mystery.
You know?
What are you about to do, Christian?
I'm sorry. I'm taking off my my riding bib shorts because my nuts are.
Did you go on a bike ride today?
Tell us more about your bike ride, bro.
Yeah, so I went on a 20-mile bike ride. It was gusty winds consistently throughout.
I like how I casually mention one episode that I'm watching the Lakers game, and Christian's like, oh, everybody's got to know this guy's watching basketball. Like, we get it, bro, basketball. Christian's brought up 3 times his goddamn bike ride. Like, all right, man.
To, like, do a full deep dive in the bike ride. So he's just like, maybe if I just keep mentioning it, they'll ask me.
I just want the listeners
that's how I flirt, you know?
I just want the listeners to know. I just want the listeners to know that I'm extremely active.
Yeah. I don't think they would have known from the countless conversations we've had about you at the gym on this podcast. They probably all missed all those conversations.
Right.
Before I get into my bottom, I do have to say, this past weekend when I was at my cousin's wedding, she comes up to me at one point and she goes, "Hey, I love the podcast. I was listening to it for a while. Then there was like an episode where like you started talking about your dick, and it kind of made me feel weird because I'm related to you. So I just haven't listened to it since then." I was like, that's pretty fair, actually.
I've gotten similar feedback as well.
Okay. Bottom songs, you guys are going to be upset about this, but TLC, I do not fucking like that song. The like rhythm is all over the fucking place. Like, it's kind of jarring. It doesn't, I don't know. They don't find like a groove to me ever in that song. So I'm kind of like awkwardly like jerking around my head, trying to figure out where I'm supposed to be on beat. It just never comes. I don't know. I just don't fucking like that song. Lonely Desires. I don't have like a strong disdain for it, but I don't think it's a good closer for the album, which sucks because the other Blood Orange song is really good. So I went
It's
into
almost
it
like
really
an
high hopes.
outro. I was gonna put that on, but it almost felt like an outro to me. So I was like, I'll just let it be what it is. It was it's so fucking soft. Like the fact that this album goes out on that, I was like,
yeah, it did not feel right at all for the fucking for the closing track. It's kind of like, we're tired and we're a little hungover, so we're just gonna kind of let this ride, and we'll see you guys next album.
Honestly, I know you don't like TLC, but it would have made more sense if TLC was the final track.
It would have 100%.
Yeah.
I don't like. So I kind of have two more bottoms, but Blackout after Mystery, I do not like. I don't like the like. It, as Trey would say, it sounds kind of campy. Like it's just kind of like, I don't know, blackout in the middle of your light. Like, all right, man. Like, just I liked Mystery so much more, and then it just derails me listening to Blackout, so I don't love it. And then Humanoid Shake Up, there's fucking way too much going on in that song. Way too much. All over the fucking place. So I like straight up, it's only a minute long, and 30 seconds into it, I was like, I don't think I can finish this song. I was like, I know it's only 30 more seconds, but I really don't think I can do it. So yeah, I didn't love it. So those are my bottom ones. Trey, since you're dictating the order here, who do you want to go?
I'll go next. Yeah, thank you for giving up that power to me, Blake.
Yeah, no worries. I got you, bro.
My first one I have listed as the bottom three is also Humanoid Shake Up. It's just like it sounds like a Diet Ramones song. And it's not good. It's just kind of overall like just weak. It's disjointed. The big change halfway through, like it's a minute long song. You're gonna do a big ass like shake up, no pun intended, lots of pun intended. So yeah, I should enjoy that song. Don't Play, I thought was kind of a case where like some of the spacey vocals and whatnot didn't really work that well. It is kind of dancey, which is nice, but the balance of the song overall just feels kind of weird. And then No Surprise, I think is just like, what the fuck is that? All of a sudden I'm thrown to like a Tame Impala like throwaway track. I don't get it. It shouldn't be there. It makes no fucking
It's only 45 seconds.
And that's the only one. That's the only thing that like I actually like actively disliked. Like the other two songs, like, I didn't love them, but like whatever. But that song, I was like, this is bad. Yeah, it's only 45 seconds, and like what you said earlier, like I didn't know if I could finish it. Made no fucking sense. So those are my bottom three.
Interesting. Very fair. I was gonna throw No Surprise in there, but it didn't feel right. It felt like not a full song or like real song. So I was like, Christian.
So I also have Humanoid Shake It Up, and all I said was, I don't know what is happening. That's all I talked about. I just don't know what the fuck is
I think
going
my
on.
parentheses was, this is chaos.
Where am I? What's going on? Mom, come
Where
pick me
am
up.
I? Mom,
please.
I'm scared. Mom, I threw up.
I've thrown up.
I've thrown up.
I've thrown up. I'm pretty sure I've had to call my mom and say this before.
Oh, definitely.
And
You never pooped your pants at a sleepover? Like that's growing up.
I was talking like being fucked up, and then she picks me up, and she's like, "You smell like cigarettes. What the fuck do you think you're doing?"
Yeah, I think that like coming from my apartment several times, and I'm
But that's shortly after Christian doesn't tell anybody he's leaving and then disappears out the back door, right?
Right, yeah.
Dude, I'll be
I
honest.
think he climbed down my balcony
leave
a couple times.
Oh, fucking 100. Dude, this is the best way to leave. Like, I don't even want to hear anything about it.
Whatever.
I don't have to say goodbye. I don't have to go through that whole thing. I just go home. I'm in bed, and then everybody's like, "Where are you?" I was like, "Oh, I'm home in bed."
It's not even that big of a deal. You just tell one person that you're leaving, like, "Hey, I'm heading out," and then on your way out, you go, "Bye, everybody," and then you leave, and then people go, "Where'd he go?"
Never how that goes, because they're like, "What? Like you're fucking leaving, bro? Just stay and have fucking 34 more shots.
We're just chilling."
The night's just getting started. We're going to Aqua after this. I'm like, it's 6 a.m.
Hey,
I
did you know,
can
really
see
quick
the sun.
Sidebar, did you know that Automatic, that was the old Aqua building? Like Automatic Seafood and Oyster, that's where Aqua was. It was in that building.
That's been a thing for a while, right? I thought I remember hearing that like when I still lived there, that they turned that place into a restaurant.
Yeah, they turned it into a restaurant. Yes, it is too. It blew my mind when I found out.
God, they should have burned that place to the fucking ground.
They really should have some.
If they're gonna burn it, if they're gonna burn anything to the ground, it needs to be Zydeco. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
That's second.
Just where your high school C game still goes to hang out.
The worst part is when they when I was still living there. The worst part is when they would get a good artist and you're like, "Fuck, I've got to go to Zydeco." Spafford played there 2 weeks ago, and if I'd have been in town, I'd be like, "I guess I got to go to fucking Zydeco."
I think that's where Derek's gonna play when he plays Birmingham.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on.
So my last two. Wild World and Dance Off. Sorry. It's that cowbell, wooden cowbell. I don't know what it is. I can't.
Damn, what? Those are in your bottom?
Yep. I can't do them. I don't know why.
Wow, that's really disappointing, actually. I thought we were going to be pretty on par with each other on this one, and we were not, my friend.
I mean, we were kind of close to have just the one.
No, you said Wild World and Dance Off.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Sorry about it, boys.
So, Consequence of Sound, who we don't make fun of enough on this podcast, I realize. We just forget their existence, which sucks because they're probably the cringiest one. They gave it an A-. Pitchfork gave it an 8.4.
I knew Pitchfork was going to love this album.
Yeah, he gave it an 8.4. It is currently rated at a 92 on Metacritic, which is really fucking good. It was universally acclaimed by music critics. They were nominated for a Grammy. I do not know which Grammy. I can't find it, but they were nominated for a Grammy. So, I mean, it seems like they did pretty well. I don't know, this community is kind of
it was Best Rock Performance for Holiday. Blackout was nominated for both Best Rock Song and Best Metal Performance.
Nice.
What is the difference between performance and song? In the Grammys?
I'll be honest.
I have no fucking idea. I mean,
is it just another way for them to give an individual song an accolade or something?
I'll look that up. Okay. But while I
look that up, I'll talk because I like to talk. Kind of the pop punk movement's coming back a little bit. Everything always comes back around, and I feel like this album kind of captured that attention. People are kind of re-listening to the song, or at least I am. I mean, I never really stopped. I'll be honest with you. I listened to the Story of the Year album on my way home yesterday to kind of tune me up for this. Did y'all ever listen to Story of the Year?
No.
Anthem of Our Dying Day.
No.
Nothing. Man, that band's great. Y'all would hate it. It's like actual screamo. It's great.
Well, have you listened to Sleeping with Sirens?
Yeah, kinda.
Sleeping with Sirens is kind of similar. They don't scream a ton. They do some of the screamo shit, but it's also this kind of punk, kind of whiny, sad boy rock music. And I really like Sleeping with Sirens. But yeah, I mean, that's what I was gonna say. This community seems kind of niche. And there seems to be, I mean, if they're getting a 92 on Metacritic, that's that's a really fucking high score. Some of the albums we have done, really popular hip hop albums, are in the high 70s and 80s. So I clearly think there's a certain sect of the music world that is really into this type of music and thinks about it critically, in the sense that they still want it to be good. They're not just gonna kind of bandwagon or dick ride artists that they like they want them to still put out good music. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it does make a comeback. That would be interesting to see. I don't know. Is Turnstile playing any festivals or anything coming up this year?
A lot.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see.
They might be at Bonnaroo.
I would go see that. I would definitely go see that.
Sure they are. But I'm curious what they do, because their thing is for letting people fucking riot on stage, jump on stage, jump off stage.
Love that.
There was when I saw A$AP Rocky at Bonnaroo in 2013. I mean, it was very similar. He was bringing naked women up on stage from the crowd, crowd surfing them up to the front. People were moshing. It got fucking rowdy. At one point, they turned his live stream off, but they didn't like shut down the show or anything. Like, I think they're, unless shit gets out of hand. I mean, unless you're like a black guy and a rapper, then they don't seem to care. So I think they'll be fine.
That's probably where they draw the line.
Right. And then if it's a black guy and you're a rapper and something goes wrong in your show, then it's your fault, right? It's not the promoter's fault. It's all you. You did everything yourself. You know?
Is this like a Kanye defense? I'm confused.
No, I'm just saying it's, you know, what I've noticed.
Who is this a defense of?
I'm just saying.
Who's the underlying topic here? I'm
just saying the people that listen to this, they'll know. They'll know. And no, I'm not defending Frank Ocean.
Dude, they're currently on tour. They're on Blink 180's tour. They're on the opener for Blink 182 all over.
Damn, we should go to a Blink 182 show. They come to Denver.
Let's not get
so. Song awards are given to songwriters. Performance awards are given to everybody involved in a song, including the performing artist.
Gotcha.
So,
I forgot you were doing that. I kind of thought we were just riffing for a second. Now I remember.
Well, we were, but it's so. I guess like if somebody didn't write their song and played it and it won a Grammy,
everybody in the band gets the award rather than like if I wrote a song for like if us three had a band hypothetically, and I would obviously be the songwriter in that band probably. You know, it feels like that would probably make.
Not totally sure on that one, but that's okay.
The bassist in the background.
Trey, they're playing Sloss. They're playing Sloss Furnace.
Well, I don't live in Birmingham anymore, but that's neat.
I mean, you kind of do, but
I like this running bit that we either forget that Trey doesn't live there anymore or still genuinely believe that he does in our heart of hearts. and that he's pulling a Juan Mena when he said that he was going to Costa Rica, and really he just went to like Hoover.
No, he moved to Huntsville. It's even
better. Even fucking better.
All right, Christian, what do you give this album out of 10? What's your rating for
7? 7.
Damn, just no conversation, nothing.
Yep. No, I think it all in all is like a great fucking album by a band that I absolutely love. I think it does a lot of shit that I just enjoy from them as far as like the hardcore with introducing some new elements. There's some stuff that I think can be better, but I think that's the point of it, is like for some of it to kind of fucking suck, or it to just be like a little chaotic, a little bit rough around the edges, and I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't know if that's the point of it to suck, but I get what you're driving at. Like, I get what you mean by it. Trey, what about you?
I'm going to give it an 8. I give it an 8.
It was funny to hear that Christian interrupted you before you even finished the sentence.
7.
I think that it's really, really good. I like that this is kind of coming back into like, you know, the popular culture. Turnstile for the people, you know. It's not often that I hear like a new band like this and actually enjoy it. Usually like bands like this are tied to like some type of like nostalgia or whatever. So yeah, I give it a solid 8.
Nice. I give it a 6. I think there's some good aspects to it. The first half of the album is kind of weak to me. Like, none of my top songs are on the first half. Humanoid Shake It Up is on there. I don't know what being an underwater boy is. Maybe I'm just not built the way Trey is. I don't really I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't think
it's a good thing.
It's just the first half.
A great thing.
The first half doesn't do it for me, but it does pick up in the back half. So I don't know. It's not split down the middle. It's not a 5, but it's, you know, it's not anything amazing. I think if I listen to it more, it'll grow on me more, because I do like this type of music, but I got to take it in small doses. So I bet in 6 months I'll have a different view on it. But yeah, 6 for now.
Okay, that's fair.
Final verdict.
Hey, anytime that someone rates an album a 7, can everybody just start chanting "What's in the box"?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box?
Wait, Trey, you know what we just watched, which I forgot to tell you about, that you're going to be so excited that we watched?
What?
Savages.
Oh my god!
Remember that movie?
Fucking movie. I don't know if excited is the right word.
Why did you watch that?
Because
You know what's funny is
kept
I
telling
actually just watched
Shania,
it like a month ago.
I was like, it's one of these movies that's so bad, but I need you to watch it. And I literally specifically told her to watch it for my favorite line in any movie. I have orgasms. He has wargasms.
It's the best, dude.
It's so good. And
Oh
like,
my god.
I
Blake
just
Lively,
like
that movie though. What's up, mommy? Like, shoot.
there's so much about it that's funny. First off, why is one of the guys' names Chon? CHON Chon.
There's actually
like,
a really good like math rock band called Sean. But yeah, no,
like,
it makes no sense.
it's like they wanted to do Cheech and Chong, but they're like, we can't call them that, so they went with Ben and Chong.
Dude, from now on, every time after Ari and I have sex, I'm going to trim her and shake on the ground. And when she asks what happened, I'm going to say, I'm having a wargasm.
You just cover your ears and hide under the bed.
An aggressive episode of PTSD. And like,
PTSD.
And you know I love when they you know I love when they say the name of the movie in the movie, and at the end she's like, but for now we live like savages, beautiful savages. I was like, they did it. They did the thing.
We do a thing in my house where every time they say the name of the movie in the movie, we just scream "caca" like really loud. But like it's devolved to the point where like if it's even anywhere close to the title.
And they like I like that she calls it herb the whole movie, and at the end she's like she goes, they still talk about Ben and Chon's herb. And like I don't know why, but the line fucking sent me, dude. I could not
Anytime
keep it together.
Anytime she does the narration, it's just the craziest worst shit ever.
Oh.
And they do that. I forgot. Like I couldn't remember how the movie ended. And they do that whole sequence where they all die. And then she was like, and then it like gets quiet, and she's like, yeah, and she's like, that's how I imagined it anyway. And then it like fucking rewinds, and the ending is just dumb as fuck. Oh, so good. Okay, are we gonna talk about this Frank Ocean thing?
Dude, who does this guy think he is?
I really don't know.
Bro thinks he's Kanye.
For any artist, like, I don't know, though. Like, for any artist to go up and do that shit, like, I don't care how big you are. Like, that shit irks the fuck out of me. If somebody's late or whatever, or, like, doesn't show up or is a fucking asshole, like, I cannot stand that.
It's so
just so
disrespectful
fucking annoying.
to everybody involved that's not you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ultimate
every
ego
single
trip.
person.
It's ultimate ego trip.
Yeah.
Not one single time has anyone showed up an hour late to a set and people have been like, I understand from a creative perspective why they needed to do that.
Yeah,
no.
that story does not exist.
It's one thing to be 10, 15 minutes late, you know, even up to half an hour. Like, I get it. You know, you got to get in your zone or whatever. There's production issues. Things happen. But when you're making the conscious decision to, like, completely fuck, like the whole ice skating rink thing and him the day of being like, fuck it. Like, someone should have been like, no, not fuck it. We're doing that. And if you don't go on stage, then that's going to be your reputation. You're losing all the money that you did for this contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's partly their
that's the
fault
thing
too.
is like,
that has to be signed, right? That, like, legally, that's got to be signed, right? I mean, this is a festival like Coachella. Are you not within your rights to legally say, like, you know what, like, you're breaking this contract that we have signed, like,
you're not
fuck
getting
this,
paid.
like,
probably not
playing.
though. Like, it
Fuck
probably
that.
doesn't get that specific, right? Like, it's probably like you have to perform. It's probably not like, oh, if you're gonna build this stage, you have to use this stage. Like, I can't imagine it's that specific.
Yeah, not that specific, but there's got to be something in the contract where it's basically like, we will provide this, this, and this under the assumption that you will be performing this, this, and this. Like, he literally had to break a contract by doing what he did. I mean, even being an hour late,
even based off of, like, it's, that's what I was gonna say. Even based on a timing perspective, if they're like, and they probably do this for artists, like, all right, fucking 30 minutes late is the leeway we'll give you, and if, like, you break that, I'd be like, get fucked then.
Yeah. Well, I don't
It's Frank
understand.
fucking Ocean.
I
Like, I
know,
wouldn't even
you're
care.
not-
I'd be like, you know what? Fucking
Yeah, it's
go
not.
kick it in the artist fucking tent. I don't
That's
care.
what I'm saying. This dude is not. This is the problem with people that have gassed this dude up to be like the second coming of fucking Christ. Like, he's not good enough to justify this at all.
No.
He's not fucking Beyonce. Like,
It's a scarcity economy thing. It's because he doesn't ever do anything that when he does do something, it's a huge deal.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But people are fucking stupid, man. And like his stage setup after he bailed on that whole thing, he was like cut into an alcove. Did you see that? You
he was like backstage or something.
You
right?
couldn't
Backstage.
see him. You literally couldn't see him. Like the vast majority of people couldn't see him unless it was on the screen, and then they couldn't tell if he was like actually there or not. Like if he was actually on stage. And then I saw a clip of him literally just plugging his phone in, like just playing music and dancing to it. Like not performing, nothing on the screen, just him up at the front of the stage, no lights.
Sounds like Kanye.
Yeah, except
Boo that man.
here's the thing.
Boo, Frank
First off,
Ocean.
Kanye performs his music. Second off, Kanye has the fucking catalog to act like a dick and get away with it. Because then you can kind of justify up to a certain point. I mean, up to like everything below being a Nazi, you can kind of excuse.
Right.
So like he can get away with that. Frank Ocean, bro, you do not have the clout to be pulling shit like that at all. There's just no way. One time we saw him at Bonnaroo. This was early on. He played a tent late night, and his stage setup was like, it looked like an 80s prom, and he was up there just alone with a microphone stand, and it was probably one of the most uncomfortable listening experiences I've ever had in my life. We left like 20 minutes into it. Like, he's not.
I think I drove home after. It was so bad.
It was so bad Trey left the festival.
I actually did have to leave the festival like right after his set. I like stayed there to like see a little bit of it, and I was like, "This is terrible."
So
remember, he had like
bad.
the visuals. It was like made it look like he was running the whole time. Like you could only see the top half of his body, and then the screen was like his legs running through like different backgrounds.
Yeah, it was very strange, man. I don't fucking know.
Not great. 0 out of 10 for Frank Ocean.
Okay. Rides or dies?
Rides or dies it is.
Hang on a second. Let me get all this shit queued up.
While you're pulling this up, I just want to bring up that Fish played a 44-minute tweezer last night at the Greek in Berkeley.
Fuck yeah, dude.
44
Hashtag
minutes,
my goats.
baby.
My goats.
Fish took a knee.
We know Trey took a knee. All right, I can't remember everybody else off the top of my head, so I'm gonna pull mine up.
Okay, remember, we're gonna play it a little longer this time.
All right, Dad. Thanks for letting me know. Hang on a second. Getting it queued.
It's like Jesus walking.
All right. I don't know how long you wanted me to go. Anyway, that was Gangsters by Pop Smoke. I'm in a big Pop Smoke phase right now. And Trey, to answer your question, he was shot. That's how he died. Rest in peace. So what'd you guys think? Trey?
I think that the beat is very fire. I think that he's trying to be like a diet 50 Cent.
A lot of people say that about him, actually.
Which 50 Cent survived getting shot, so plus 1 50 Cent. And
all right, man.
Plus 1 for all of 50 Cent's discography. I think it's, you know what? I'm going to give it a very soft rides. I do like this one line. It says, if you don't got your nails done, you are not automatically on the block list. And like, I feel that in my bones. Like, y'all need to be going to get manicures.
Yeah, true. Very true.
I think it's okay. I think the beat is really, really tight though.
Nice.
Like kind of the keys that are like that will like cut it out or nice. Yeah, I like it.
Nice. Christian?
I wanted to hate this because when I first pulled it up, like, you know how when you're on the Spotify app on your phone, some songs have like visuals that go to it, and it's just like this chrome silver dove like flying through the screen. And so I wanted to just completely hate this, but it rides. The fucking beat is fire. It does have like a little 50 vibe, but with like the little fucking like Migos pop, like the random fucking bullshit that comes in, which I actually like.
Yeah, the ad libs.
Yeah,
Just randomly.
Yeah. No, this it rides. I fuck with it.
Fuck yeah.
I like immediately, like I didn't want to tell you it rides, but I secretly was like putting it on playlists anyway, so I had to.
Yeah,
Nice.
I didn't want it to be a rides either, but like I liked it just enough where it had to be.
There's a song that he has called "Got It On Me" on that album, and the chorus is essentially the Many Men chorus. Like he sings the Many Men chorus from 50 Cent, but then he changes the lyrics at the end of it. So I think he kind of leans into that, like everybody thinks I sound like 50 Cent thing. I don't know. There's some songs
he
where
doesn't lean into much anymore.
okay, all right, Trey, introduce you gay ass song.
So because we did the Turnstile thing, I was like, let's throw it back to the OGs of pop punk, and I picked "Emo" by Blink-182 off of their I think this is their second album. The first album's called Cheshire Cat. This one's called Dude Ranch. So let's let the song play out for about a minute and a half, Blake.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right.
Where do you want me to go in the song?
Just start it from the beginning.
Were you not doing this to tell me to wrap up the song?
No, I was saying keep going. Like let it run.
Oh, that seemed like too much for me. I'm gonna be honest.
No, we gotta let these songs go out.
All right, I think 30 seconds is probably good.
I picked this song too because Mark sings on it instead of Tom. So like Tom kind of has that voice that I know y'all absolutely hate. So I was like, maybe they'll like this song a little bit more than usual.
Look, man. I mean, it's not a dies. I'll pull a U. It's a soft rides because like we're kind of in that mindset anyway right now with the Turnstile album. So you picked a good time. Had you sent it like if we had done like a hip hop album, I probably would have shot you. But like right now, I think it's kind of vibes with what we're going with. So I'll give it a soft rides. Christian?
I'm also going to give it a soft rides. I, in my heart, hate Blink-182, but this isn't that bad. I'm be honest. It just isn't for me, man. And that's okay.
I think
that
you like
is
this
okay.
album. Dude Ranch was fun.
So who sings on this one? Because I like that a little bit more.
Mark, the bassist, Mark Hoppus.
It very much brought me back to like the 90s. That movie Grind has like just come out, and I'm still in that like skating phase. It's very much that vibe.
Hell yeah! All right, Christian, what's yours?
So this is A Brand New Start by Ross from Friends, and Trey actually shared this album with me, and I had a song liked by this guy and was like, it's okay. But I dove into this album and it is just absolutely fucking beautiful front to back. I'm obsessed with it. I haven't stopped listening to the whole album all week long. And this has been like on repeat. And it's just this weird kind of like broken melodic. I don't even know how to explain it, but
some of it's kind of like house music too.
Yeah, it's all housey vibe.
All right, let's let it ride. All right, Trey.
I give this song and this album a hard rides. I do think this is an interesting choice to pick from the album. It's like a little bit more like chill than anything else that's on the record, I feel like, but I really like the song. It builds really well. If you listen to like the back half of this, like those little like, I think it's saying like "find your heart with me," I think is like the lyric, at least that's what I hear. But they like kind of build on that sample over and over again, or he builds on that sample over and over again. So I'm giving it a hard rides.
Yeah, I don't know why there was like, I think I resonated with this one so much because like it's saying, find a love that's here to stay with me, find a heart to play the part, we find a brand new start with me. But because it's coming through like almost scattered and broken, it's almost like he doesn't even know if that's what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is it's really fucking weird. This whole song is really fucking weird, and like
It is.
but it's weird in a cool way. I like it. It rides. It is very like
Dang.
it's very vibey, very introspective, like I'm still awake at 5 a.m. and Christian left the party along with everybody else. And now I'm just alone, like with my cat. And so I'm going to put on this and listen to it. So I got to give it a ride. We got to talk about this name, Ross from Friends. Like,
I bet he's the biggest douchebag in the fucking world.
See, or because I thought that initially, or and hear me out here, it's a bit and it's a really solid bit. If he's doing it like sarcastically, it's kind of funny because like Ross from Friends is like the worst fucking character of any TV show ever.
It reminds me of you. I've told you that before.
Yeah, I really hate that you say that.
I'm not saying it in a bad way. I don't know why you take it as that.
Because Ross from Friends is the worst character. He's such a douchebag.
I think
actually, so the name was chosen because a TV in the studio he was recording in had a DVD of Friends like stuck inside of it, playing on repeat. They couldn't get it to turn off unless they unplugged it. So they only had episodes of Friends to watch. So that's where the name came from.
Okay, that's pretty quality.
Right. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I assumed it was a bit. Like, because I assumed it would be like if somebody at a festival was like, "Oh, we're going to see Ross from Friends," that everybody would be like, "Wait, David Schwimmer's here?" Like, that's kind of how I took it.
Yeah.
All right, Trey, are you ready?
Hold on.
Listeners at home, are you ready? It is that time of the bye week, everybody's favorite segment, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, welcome to Trey's Terrible Twitter Takes, and my name is Trey, and I'll be your host this evening. Thank you. All right, so the first tweet that I have is more of a question to propose for the both of you.
Okay.
That Gooby soon emoji G-spot space in parentheses, aka at Gooby Dooby, has posed for us. Just a terrible Twitter name. And he wants to know.
I thought you were asking me what Gooby meant.
I don't know.
I was like so fucking lost.
It's hard to explain. You'll see when I send you the picture, but it's like the word Gooby and then like an emoji that says soon and then G-spot. You know, like weird EDM kids on Twitter will like say like what event they're going to. Yeah. So I guess G-spot is a event. I don't know. Or if he's trying to find it. Anyway, so he proposes a question. He says, "You think they'll do ketamine at Taylor Swift concerts?"
No.
No chance.
No.
What do you think the percentage of people that have done ketamine at a Taylor Swift concert is?
That have done it at a Taylor Swift concert, or that have done it and then gone like, and then later in their life?
At the concert, they're doing a bump of K.
0%.
I give it a solid. I give it a 5%.
I'm gonna give it a 4%.
Yeah, there's some ratchet ass bitches that love fucking Taylor Swift.
Exactly.
Like,
that's kind of what I'm thinking too.
And then they'll be at T Swift too. Like it's one of those throwback nostalgia things. You're like, let's get ripped and like go fucking rip ketamine at like, T Swift.
Or they're like doing it kind of like, ooh, wouldn't this be fun? Let's go do ketamine at Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah. I would say 5%. Pretty good.
5%.
All right,
yeah.
you guys talked me into it. I'm saying 5%.
Oh, I thought you
heard it here
talked to me to
first.
go and do ketamine with Taylor Swift.
That too.
Okay, so Christian has been riding his bike. He's been eating really healthy, so this one's kind of dedicated to him a little bit. He's cutting weight, folks. He's getting hot for the summer. This is from non-aesthetic things, aka at pictures folder. And it's a picture of a foam football, and it's a caption that says, "My hungry ass could not own a foam football."
Hell yeah.
That's pretty good.
All right. These are 2 tweets from the same Twitter account. It's our old friend at Jingy Jongy, aka I have sensitive skin. My favorite Twitter name. And he says, "Country music hits harder than the Cracker Barrel shitter."
It's true.
It's true.
And then another tweet from my guy on February 10th says, "Apple invests too much money into making their customer come when they unbox a product."
That is true, but they nail
That's
it.
so fucking true.
They really
do
nail
every
it.
time. They got 100% orgasm rate.
Hell yeah.
All right, and then our last tweet is from the official account of Satan,
Nice.
aka at S8N, which would pronounce that
Right.
Satan.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's a picture of a Baptist church sign, and it says, "God knows who took the catalytic converter off our church van, praying for you."
It was me.
Hell yeah. That's so good.
And that wraps up Trey's terrible Twitter takes for this evening.
All right, I've got some inquisitive questions for you guys. So
Okay.
this Ask Reddit thread is, what's the hardest would you rather question you've ever been asked? So I'm going to rattle off a couple of these and see what you guys think.
Okay.
First one, would you rather have a horizontal butt crack or a vertical mouth?
Fuck. Horizontal butt crack. At least
Horizontal butt crack.
Yeah,
You can
horizontal
hide
butt crack.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
Plus, every time I ran, them cheeks would clap, boy.
Like up and
Straight
down?
up and down.
Okay.
How wide is the slit, though?
Probably the same.
Normal slit.
Yeah, normal slit.
butt slit.
That's a long slit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like from hip to hip.
Yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
Doobie clapping.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather be able to have sex and never orgasm, or be able to have orgasms but never have sex?
I don't really know.
Christian's
I would
thinking about
take
it.
the orgasms. I'd take the orgasms, dude. You bust a nut, man. The amount of stress reliever that is. Imagine you never get that again. You just all fucking tight
Backed
inside,
up and angry.
backed up, bro. It's got to come out
I
somewhere.
feel like
You don't wanna find out.
option one is like you just never have sex again at all, because like why would you even? What's the point?
Yeah, true. I mean, I guess just.
We should just ask people that are on antidepressants because
Oh yeah.
Okay. Would you rather be constantly sticky all over your entire body forever, or constantly itchy all over your entire body forever?
Are things actually sticking to my skin? Like if I touch something, does it stick to me?
Yeah.
That could be a superpower. I could become Spider-Man. I'm gonna go sticky all over.
I'm going sticky all over simply because of the itchy aspect. Being itchy sucks, man. That's so
agreed.
bad.
Yeah, no, I can't. You can't sleep. At least I don't know. Everything sticks to you. You can
like roll into a blanket.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Oh man, those are both bad.
You
Here's
could, sleep on your back on the ceiling because you'd stick to the ceiling.
Oh, I like that actually.
Okay, I got two more. Would you rather have a nipple-sized dick or dick-sized nipples?
Once again, I got to go dick-sized nipples because I can hide it. I can put a shirt on.
Could you though? That's gonna protrude, bro. You can hide it.
Not if I wear a binder.
Christian hides a nipple-sized dick right now, and he has no issues with it.
Yeah, pretty well.
I would probably go nipples too, but man, it'd be hard to explain.
Yeah.
Okay.
I made a deal with the devil.
Okay. This one is extremely tough. Would you rather fuck a goat and no one knows it happened, or everyone thinks you fucked a goat but you didn't actually?
I've heard this one before. This is okay. So I've heard this before. And I've thought about it. Here's the thing. This says a lot about you, what you choose, because it's like are you okay with being just a total piece of shit and people not knowing, or like, are you okay with being a morally good person but you don't care what other people think?
It'd be the second. Yeah, if you think of whatever, I'd be like, okay, bye. Like, I couldn't do that.
I'm fucking that
internally.
goat. I don't want other people to think I fucked a goat, bro.
Bro, shut the
Trey's going in.
It might not even be that bad. Goat pussy might be sick. You don't know that.
Bro, you didn't even hesitate, bro.
I'm gonna end this with the response to that comment, which was first one, obviously, win-win.
There's nothing negative about that option.
Right, exactly. All right, that's all I got. Hell yeah. Does anybody have anything else before we close out?
No, I think it's a good episode. Good pick, Christian.
Good episode.
Good pick, Christian.
Stay tuned for Totally Biased Sports episode next week.
And then the week after that, we're bringing on a very important guest. Should we say it now, or should we just drop it?
Let's tease it. It's very special guest.
Very special.
It's Mitt Romney. All right, we'll see you guys later.